Welcome to our interview series at the Nutanix Cloud Together Summit. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group, and we're here today with Darren Pulsipher, Chief Solution Architect at Intel. Darren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, Wyatt.
Well, let me start by asking kind of a general question. Where would you say the federal government is in its journey to the cloud?
Well, their journey to the cloud has started some years ago and started with that cloud first. And now we move to cloud smart, which is a lot better strategy for long-term. So I'm seeing agencies making really tough decisions on which workloads are going into the cloud, what data is going into the cloud, and what's staying on-prem. So I see this mix. It's not everything going into the cloud. People are being smart about what they're doing with the cloud right now.
And then how would you say agencies are responding to the move now to hybrid and multi-cloud models?
Well, that's really important because it takes more planning. And some organizations got caught off guard. Oh, I'm going to do multi-cloud. And then all of a sudden they lost, well, where's my data really going to reside? They started getting bills on ingest and egress costs. So now things are starting to settle down. They're starting to understand multi-cloud is different than multiple clouds. Then, having my data everywhere, it requires strategy, it requires architecture, and we're starting to see them actually adopt some more modern architectures around multi-cloud and hybrid cloud architecture. So this is good news. It gives them more opportunities and more options to deploying their workloads.
And then, given the major cyber incidents over the past year, how should agencies be looking to secure these multi-cloud environments?
Well, yeah, I think COVID had a lot to do with what's going on right now with the heightened adoption of the multi-cloud. And when we moved so quickly, we kind of left security behind a little bit. So we've got to do a better job at understanding the shared security responsibility model with the clouds, especially with multi-cloud, because each cloud service provider has a different level of responsibility of security based on the types of applications you're running with them. So you've really got to focus on that security, making sure that you are securing your data, not just your applications. Making sure, and we've run into this several times, people are putting data out on like S3 containers in AWS and not putting the appropriate permissions and access control on them, just opening them up generally. So there's lots of little things you have to do. It is not the same as securing inside your data center. It's not more than securing inside, but it's different. So you can't just ignore it or just say, hey, I'll just do what I've always done before. It's not the same.
And then lastly, Darren, and I'm interested in your perspective as an architect, what are the biggest trends that agencies should anticipate coming soon with cloud and hybrid cloud environments and how they architect for that?
I think the number one thing that they have to plan for is data management. Because the cloud service providers and on-prem are now providing awesome services, everything from AI to analytics in the cloud, and even a lot of cloud service providers saying, bring all your edge data into my cloud. And what I tell people is, hey, you need to manage your data. You need to architect how you're going to manage your data in this multi-cloud world. So to me, data is probably going to be the key factor in your architectural decisions of the future. And if you architect it right, you'll be able to take advantage of all the different new technologies that the cloud service providers are going to provide for, and that you can actually get also on-prem too in your own data centers through new technologies that are arriving today.
Well, Darren, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share your insights about cloud and cloud architecture with our audience.
Hey, thanks for having me on again, Wyatt. I sure appreciate it.